What's up, BigStuf family? My name is Blake. All year long, so many of you guys hit us up and ask, what do our speakers do when they're not at BigStuf? And well, today I'm excited to continue that conversation as we get a chance to hang out with another speaker that'll be at camp this summer. This guy's been around the BigStuf family for quite some time now, and he's always a fan favorite. He goes by the name of Jamey Dickens. Jamey leads a high school ministry right in the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, and today he's invited us to come and hang out with him. It should be a lot of fun. Let's go. What's up, BigStuf family? We just got to Buckhead Church with Jamey Dickens. Right now he is going to show us where his office is. Now this church is actually located right in the heart of Atlanta.
Yeah, man, in the city. I've been working here for, gosh, 9 years now.
9 years.
Yeah.
So almost at that 10-year mark.
Yeah, getting on a decade.
So this is the last week of the Fight series.
Yeah. So we've been in the series about how some fights are bad, some fights are good, some fights God's calling you to fight, and you're gonna have to in high school if you're gonna win.
Right.
And so we've preached every week from a boxing ring. So, you know.
It's gonna be awesome. Yesterday we were invited to hang out with Jamey Dickens at his work, and today we were invited to hang out with him on his off day. So right now we're gonna go catch up with him and his family. Should be a lot of fun. Let's go. What's up? Here. How are you? Good job! What's up, BigStuf family? Right now I'm sitting on the back porch of Jamey Dickens' house right here in Atlanta. Yesterday we had the chance to see Buckhead Church and the high school ministry you lead there, and today we're hanging out with you and your family on your off day. One, thank you for letting us crash your off day. I'm sure you don't get many of those doing what you do. Well, I guess take us back. How did you get to where you're at now doing what you're doing?
To be honest with you, I never anticipated that I was going to be in student ministry like in college. I definitely had a really clear plan for my life and business major, poli-sci major, and I wanted to become a lawyer. And I was really running hard after that, and it was great. It was fine. But the more that I fell in love with Jesus and started following him, the more God started to kind of redirect my life. I mean, almost as if to say hey, this is awesome, but I've created you for something else.
Right.
And I just kind of felt it, and I knew it. And that's what started my journey in student ministry. God just really gave me a passion for students, and for them to know about Jesus, because I literally actually believe that Jesus is the greatest thing on the planet, and that he has a plan for every single student in this world. And
so looking back on that season of you trying to navigate the tension of wanting to do what this dream that you've had on your heart for quite some time, but also following God and listening to what he had for you, what was that season like?
Well, I mean, it was hard. Anytime you have a dream, you've spent years wanting to do something and be something, and then you change completely. I mean, that's hard.
Absolutely.
It's hard to let a dream die, even if you're really confident this is what God wants you to do and who he wants you to be and all that. And then, of course, the people around you, they're used to that dream as well.
That you've had. They're reminding you of it.
And they're like, well, what are you doing? Are you okay? Is everything? And so, man, it was just a huge time of change, and my life was kind of in upheaval for a while. And yet God was totally faithful. He had my back. And
so looking back on it, 10 years later of you being involved in student ministry at some capacity, I mean, what do you feel now?
Oh my gosh, zero regrets.
Yeah.
I mean, I tell this to students all the time, you will never regret saying yes to God.
Right.
Ever. You will never regret it. Saying yes to God doesn't mean life's going to be easy, but it does mean life is going to be full, and it's going to be significant, and you're going to be exactly where God wants you to be, and you're never going to regret it. You will definitely regret not saying yes to God.
And so 7 years involved at BigStuf. How did you even hear about BigStuf for the very first time?
Well, I mean, who hasn't heard about BigStuf? So yeah, I just heard about BigStuf, but I met a guy named Lanny Donahoe. Y'all remember Lanny back in the day? And we struck up a little bit of a friendship. He asked me to come to one BigStuf to see it, and then I preached one time. I spoke one time, and I fell in love. I was like, dude, this place is incredible.
And so what you guys might not know is while Jamey does speak a lot on stage at BigStuf, he actually spends a lot of his time throughout the rest of the year writing the content that you hear from stage year after year. So tell us a little bit more about that process.
Man, it's so cool to be a part of. What you hear at BigStuf, it starts in a room of some of the most amazing people that are working with students right now, and we dream and ask God what he wants to say, and we start putting stuff up on a board, and then it's really amazing to actually see something in your brain and like, oh man, what if we did this, and what if we said it this way, and what if we did some of the stuff that happened at BigStuf, and then watch someone like Stuart or Reed or Gerald or Joe or whoever bring it alive. Oh, it's so incredible. I mean, watching those amazing
We've dreamed about this for so long.
Yeah, bring it alive on stage. So, I mean, how is it? It's incredible to be able to be a part of that team that's creating this stuff.
And I've got to know, so year after year of writing this content, and I got to know, is it ever difficult for you to keep it fresh each year when you go back to the drawing board?
Yeah, of course it is. I mean, especially some of y'all have been coming to BigStuf for like since you were born, you know?
Right.
And like every year we want it to be exciting and new and something that, you know, changes all of our lives.
Right.
And that's hard. The way you do it though is first and foremost great people.
Yep. And so I got to know, last question as we get excited for BigStuf 2018, what are you most excited for this year at camp?
Yeah, man, I think this summer, probably more than any summer yet in BigStuf, we are tackling really big questions. I mean, it's called originals, and we're talking about where BigStuf came from, but we're talking more than that, like more like where we came from and where our purpose came from, and we're going to be asking some of the questions that I think students a lot of times wonder if we can ask. Am I allowed to challenge that? Am I allowed to really ask that? And you know what, our God he doesn't just do big stuff, he's a big God, and he is totally chill and more than capable of answering big questions, and we're kind of like taking the gloves off and asking some of those this week. So if you are a student that's coming with questions or even doubts, and you're like, oh my gosh, can I? Yeah, this is the week for you. Man, ask away, because we have a huge God. I think that's what I'm most excited about, honestly.
Yeah. I don't know about you. I think that I'm even more excited for BigStuf 2018 than I was about 2 hours ago. And so we're about 2 months out. Jamey, thank you for letting us hang out with you today and kind of learn more about what you spend your time doing when you're not at BigStuf. And we'll see you for Camp 1, I believe, right? BigStuf 2018.
See you down there.
And there you have it. 4 speakers down and 1 more to go. We had a blast hanging out with Jamey Dickens the past couple of days. We saw where he works, and we even had a chance to hang out with him on his off day and spend some time with his family. We're excited to have Jamey with us at BigStuf this summer. And if you've been following our family for quite some time, you know what speaker we have left. But in the meantime, feel free to head to our YouTube channel to catch up on any video you might have missed, and we can't wait to see you at BigStuf 2018 this summer.